Hello everyone, my name is Charlie and welcome back to the Eternal Watcher, where today I'm going to be reviewing Moon Knight Episode 1, The Goldfish Problem. Please do comment down below with your opinions on the episode, whether you loved it, whether you hated it. I don't care, I'd love to hear your opinions as well. Please do like and subscribe as well, I'd love to have some extra support for the new channel considering I've recently rebooted it, and let's get on with the review. So, let's just start off with the basics. I was really looking forward to this episode, well, to the entire series. I thought it would be a very, more psychological horror and dark show, and it really did live up to those expectations, in my opinion. So I was so excited for this, I watched it on my way to school. So over here in Britain, the episodes release at 8 o'clock on Wednesday mornings, rather than at midnight, so I can't just stay up to watch it. I just have to watch it after school, but today I was so excited. I watched it on the car on the way to school, so I really was excited for this, and I feel it really absolutely lived up to my expectations. I feel it was very psychological, it was very mind-bending. I feel it was somewhat reminiscent of WandaVision, because I said before, one thing that I love about these Disney Plus series is that they get to explore characters, their emotions, their mental health a lot more, and I feel they can really drill into the inner workings of a character, and I feel not only is that true for things like WandaVision, where obviously it was exploring Wanda's grief towards Vision, now it's exploring Stephen Grant, aka Mark Spector, aka Moon Knight, who has dissociative identity disorder. That's about the fifth time I've tried to say that, and it's just exploring him, discovering his different personalities and working out what they actually do. Like, we have some scenes where other people are just like, oh hey Scotty or something, and I'm pretty sure that was just a throwaway line, but maybe that is another personality. It's, and like he was on a date with this woman, or that he didn't arrange, and it was things like that, and I feel it really does show the emotional and even romantic toll of dissociative identity disorder upon Stephen Grant, and I feel it's really interesting. Another way I feel that this episode really does succeed as a character study is the fact that Stephen Grant is kind of exploring, he's just as confused about the whole thing as viewers are, which I think is really interesting, and it doesn't alienate audiences. For example, if we just have a vigilante and he's being all badass and killing loads of people and, monsters and stuff, that's great. I'm sure we will get that, and we'll get a lot of action. But that's not grounded, that's not relatable. I can't relate to that character, like Batman. No one can relate to Batman, that's why I'm not a huge fan of DC compared to Marvel. It's too unrealistic. Marvel has a lot more grounded and relatable characters, and I really love it for that. And I feel it's especially true here, considering the audience and Stephen Grant are finding things out about Moon Knight and his origins at the same pace, at the exact same pace. So I feel it's very grounded. You can relate to Mark. He's a very relatable, realistic character, and I feel that's where this episode really shines, as the beginning of this character study into Stephen finding out who Mark is, and who Moon Knight is. And obviously at the very end we do get this brilliant scene where we see Moon Knight, we don't actually see him in full, but we basically see the back of him when he's like punching this weird Lovecraftian Egyptian monster in this bathroom, and then he turns around and we just sort of see his eyes like glowing white, and then the episode ends. I feel that was just a brilliant way to end the episode, and I feel it's truly showing as well how this is going to be a sort of a slow burning drama sort of thing, not drama as such, like a slow burning psychological horror mystery. It's not incredibly fast paced, it's not going into breakneck speed like I feel lots of the MCU things have in the past. For example, Eternals, we were just rushing one place to the next place to the next place. This is very much contained to either Stephen's apartment, the museum in London where he works, or that weird bit, that weird town in Switzerland, and the road going off of that. That bit was a bit strange. I'll get to that in a minute. So it's very contained, it's slow burning, and I feel that really complements, the whole emotional, character study, psychological horror elements that I've discussed before. So it really does work in its favour. I feel every part of this fits together so perfectly, and I feel it's a really strong story. So next up we're going to be talking about the general plot, like what's actually going on. So as I've said, it really does show the difference, the toll on, Stephen's life that his dissociative identity disorder is causing him to have. Like, there's one scene where he obviously tries to stay awake so he doesn't wake up in a random place. He has these ankle restraints on his bed to stop him from going out and doing who knows what. And I feel, we have this one montage of just this, welcome to staying awake. Try and do some puzzles. Read a book. Is there a chapter you're on? Or something like that. And it keeps repeating this, and then suddenly it didn't work. He's fallen asleep. And now we're in the Alps, and I feel it's really discombobulating and confusing, and I love it for that. And then we obviously get all this weird stuff with Ethan Hawke's character. I can't remember the name of the actual villain. I don't think it's said in the episode, but he's a very, very well acted and well written villain. I think he has a really cool motivation to to judge humans before they actually do things, like preventing the loss of loads of lives and tragedy. So he was an interesting villain in the sense that he had a clear-cut motivation, much like Thanos in a way. He wanted to kill people so he could save more people in the future. In that sense, I understand how he's a villain, and obviously what he's doing is wrong, and I'm sure Moon Knight is going to end up fighting him a lot throughout the series. But I feel I'm not going to be, cheering and whooping if and when he dies. I feel he's a more interesting, layered villain, which I feel is going to be explored a lot more alongside Stephen Mark. I'm just going to call the character Stephen Mark from now on. So some other little, bits and bobs about the episode that I haven't discussed before that wouldn't really fit into any specific category of plot or characters. The music is brilliant, I think. I feel it gives a very Egyptian adventure, while also, very much the psychological horror thriller type music. It's very much a nice mashup of music genres, and again, I think it works very well and in the episode's favour. Also, as I said before, the final scene was excellent. I feel it was just really the highlight of the episode. I watched this on repeat, for about 4 times, not just because I was bored because school hadn't started yet, but because it was that good of a scene. I think it was really, really brilliantly shot, directed, and obviously acted, and the CGI was actually really good as well. I've heard some criticisms about the CGI of the monsters. I haven't really noticed much, to be honest. Maybe that's just me being used to classic Doctor Who standards of CGI and special effects, which aren't brilliant, but, I don't think it was that bad. So, overall, I think this was really good. It was very intriguing. It set the stage very well for what's to come. And we did get a tiny bit of Moon Knight action. We got Stephen exploring who the Moon Knight is. We get a bit of Ethan Hawke's villain, a little bit of everything as a sort of appetizer to prepare us for the rest of the series. It's a very nice way to set the stage. Probably my favourite first episode out of all of the Disney Plus shows, probably up there with the first episode of Loki, which I also thought was very strong and very good at setting the stage. So overall, let's just have a look at my ranking for Moon Knight. In first place, and last place, the only place at this point in time, is episode 1, The Goldfish Problem, which, so far, I don't have a proper ranking yet, but as I review each of the episodes, stuff will obviously be above and maybe below this episode. We'll just have to have a see. But overall, this is really strong. I can't wait for the future episodes, and overall, it was a very strong episode. I would probably give this, out of my usual score, out of 100, 93%. That was very, very strong. Even by Marvel standards, I think this is going to be one of my favourite Disney Plus series. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please do tune in on Friday. I'm going to be reviewing WandaVision episodes 1 through 3. For preparation for Multiverse of Madness, I'm going to be reviewing WandaVision and Doctor Strange for that. So please do stay in tune for that. Should arrive around 7-8 PM British summertime. And please do again comment with your opinions. I would love to hear what you thought of the episode, whether you loved it, whether you hated it, or even whether you were in the middle. I don't care. Please do comment down below with your opinions. I'd love to hear them. And please do like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content for Marvel, Doctor Who, Star Wars, whatever sci-fi thing you're into. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on Friday, and goodbye.